Now speak from the perspective of an author.
Okay.
Bookstores really do benefit the author.
They absolutely do. And as you know, I've just finished my first book, which happens to be a journal, Morsels of Kindness. And ta-da!
Very good. I have to teach you that whenever you mention your book, you give a plug. Morsels of Kindness,
Right.
A Daily Life Journal by Raina Bundy.
I've been having a lot of fun with it since it's just now released even. But a lot of fun really fellowshipping with other people, going to the journal. The Lord gave me something interesting to do, and that was to, when I meet people or if I'm in a gathering, I'll ask each person to turn to their birthday and read the morsel, and each morsel's support is the scripture, because actually it's the scripture that's the morsel, not my writing.
I think your writing is the seed.
It is.
That really grows within the person throughout the day. And as you know, I speak from the experience of not just sitting here being an interviewer, but being a big fan of morsel. I start my day with a morsel every single day. Raina, I've enjoyed talking to you, but what I want to do is find my birthday.
Okay.
So that we can have a little morsel study together. My birthday is March 24th, and let's see what God is trying to tell me. Take the challenge. It is best to take the challenge of pressing on in spite of the difficulties rather than getting buried in the problem. Philippians 3:16. But we must hold on to the progress we have already made. Sometimes we forget of all the things that we have been blessed with and all the things that we have accomplished. But God will remind us.
Doesn't he, though?
That was your goal.
It was. It really was. What motivated me to start writing morsels was I had a problem with forgiveness. When I came home from, this was many years ago, I walked into my house and there were two men there waiting for me, and they raped me and they beat me and they left me for dead. Well, when that happened, I became very bitter and very angry.
It's understandable.
Yeah, but I wanted to live my life. You know, I was always seeking God, and at the time this happened, I was a Christian. So, you know, bad things can happen to Christians too.
It also puts your faith right to the test.
Right to the test, right to the test. I was fortunate in that they caught both of the men, and when they took them, you know, we were getting ready to go to court, they made a deal so that I wouldn't have to testify. You know, if they confess to the rapes, which, you know, it's hard to prove in court.
Right.
When they confess to the rapes, then the prosecutor?
Yes.
Made a deal with them so that
I would.
Yes. And so I left the courtroom, got in my car. This was in California at the time. And I drove from California to Chicago, to my mother's home, and just nonstop. And when I got there, you know, I just went before God, and I thought, you know, I've always wanted to have a family. I've always wanted to have a marriage. You know, I wanted to love, you know, and I'm a giver also. So that really messed with me for a while. So I started writing what I call tidbits. You know, I would just write out scenarios, and then I would search the Bible for answers. And they were really answers to my own problems. And I did that, and God would give me one word. You know, not a whole sermon or anything like that. It was always just one word. And I would take the one word and just search it out through the word until I got a full understanding of it. And as I continued to do that, it changed my heart, and it changed me. And then I just started doing that for other people. and someone would call me for prayer or just call me, and I would search their situation out and find the word, the one scripture that was right for it. And that's really how
Morsels was birthed.
But seriously, Star, share with us the significance of an incident in your life where this is just right on point.
You know, as I sit here and, of course, not prepared for this in a formal way, but in a very informal and personal way, to have to lose weight in front of the whole world after having gained weight in front of the whole world was very, very difficult for me. And to not be able to fully explain the depression and the pain that I was going through, not because I didn't think people would understand, but because I just wasn't ready, was really and truly binding for me. I felt blocked, like I couldn't get out of my own way. And the moment I released it, it was as if the problem went away and I stopped being concerned with what other people thought and became enthusiastic about what I was accomplishing. And the fact that I have taken charge of my health and maintained a healthy lifestyle and kept the weight off for nearly 8 years now is a testament to sticking to it, taking the challenge, and really being excited about the progress that I already had instead of being weighed down with the problem.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That's what awesome. The book is designed to do. It's to make you just think about what in your life can be enhanced, can be challenged, can be dissected, and can be made better. You have had a number of Christian influences in your life, but none more prominent than Pastor A.R. Bernard.
That's true.
Was he helpful in forming some of the background of Morsels?
Oh, absolutely.
That's a rhetorical question.
To say the least.
To say the least.
I actually sat under my pastor, because he is my pastor. He's our pastor. And I had to learn a lot. I didn't want to put something together and have to retract it. So in taking the time to study, because he's such a great teacher, I was able to simplify my own thinking. And he wrote something interesting. Actually, he does the foreword. It says, truth is the only enduring quality anything can have in life. Whatever you build on truth will have longevity. Dr. A.R. Bernard, Senior Pastor of Christian Cultural Center.
Yes, indeed.
And that was that statement right there was my goal for this journal. That every page, everything I wrote, we know the word is correct, but it was important that I was saying the right words that were absolutely truthful, in truth. And so it was, I actually would not even embark on doing this until I had my pastor's blessing, because that was important. Nothing happens for us by chance or by accident. And I heard long ago that when the student is ready, the teacher would appear. So when my husband and I committed to sit under A.R. Bernard, I knew we were ready.
Raina, what do you hope the Morsels of Kindness Journal does for people who receive it as a gift or buy it for themselves?
I hope it brings them answers to what things that they're dealing with. I hope it brings them closer to Christ. I hope they come to know the love of God through morsels. You know, I hope it answers questions. It's to me, it's building the kingdom. It's seed being sown. It's ministry work. It's my passion. I'll do it forever. I doubt that I'll ever stop writing morsels.
Morsels of Kindness, a daily life journal by Raina P. Bundy.